Okay, friends, so this is one more interesting article which I came across on the electric vehicles. Now, basically, it's a very good article on the drawbacks of the electric vehicles and what is the current issue ongoing with the EV vehicles. So, if you see that there is a terminology named anxiety. So, the load, the heat impact on the e-scooter affects the range of the battery. That is what they are trying to tell. Okay, so here if you see the it says that EV buyers should always take a note of, like, the battery range is very critical as far as EVs are concerned. For the makers, the thermal management of electric vehicles is challenging, as freezing temperature and extreme heat impact battery performance. They are saying that the freezing temperatures and the extreme heat impacts the battery performance. So battery tends to perform lower than what they have committed. Yeah, and add to it a riding style and weight. So if you're adding weight to the vehicle, then also there is a probability that the battery may not give as much as they have committed. Yeah, so the companies like Ola and Ather are offering a true range in their two wheelers based on the mass adoption, that is the weight, will only happen when such fears are allayed. Okay, so you need to request upon the true range of the batteries, of the electric vehicles, so you get an idea on how much actual performance you may get when you buy that particular electric vehicle. It may be a car, it may be a two wheeler, it may be a three wheeler. Yeah, so based on this assumption of true range, the Tesla chief Elon Musk sparked mixed reactions, as he called range anxiety a curable mental condition. Means range anxiety is there, but it is curable. Like, he unveiled a new software for his 265-mile capacity electric Model S that would keep a driver constantly informed on how much charge was left, and even warn when power was low. You just can't run out of range accidentally, he told reporters. What he meant was that you get an idea by the indicator stating that how much battery is spending, and you may not get out of the battery immediately. It shows. So this is one of the drawbacks in the EV vehicles. Normally, if you see that the battery range is very very critical. Suppose you are driving and the battery suddenly, like, the fuel is over, like battery is totally consumed, then what are you going to do? Where are you going to find the next charging station? Yeah, so these all things do matter a lot, and this is what has been covered in this article. A good 6 years later, so this was highlighted in 2015 March. Yeah, and a six years later, the R word still makes most EV buyers nervous in India. R word means the true range. Yeah, range basically. Yeah, so for every EV buyer, battery range is very critical for making a purchase decision. Yeah, in India, EV makers quote the range prescribed by ARAI, that is Automotive Research Association of India, in their marketing pitch. Okay, while that also the norm of IC, internal combustion engines, two wheelers and four wheelers, people don't freak out when the real world mileage is significantly lower. So the same is in the, like, in the internal combustion engines as well, that they claim that it gives a very good mileage, you know when they're testing that particular vehicle, but in actual the mileage is quite low when it goes to hilly area, when it goes to traffic condition, when it goes to a highway. So it depends on the way in on the roads which you are using the vehicle. Yeah, okay, so this that is because refueling a petrol or vehicle is easy. What they are saying is, like, refueling of a petrol or a diesel engine is easy. When it comes to EV, charging points are few and refueling time is long. This leads to range anxiety. So that is the reason, you can't find a charging port everywhere like you find the petrol pumps. Maybe down the line, maybe after 10 years or 5 years down the line, you may start finding charging points at many locations, but currently it is not the case. Yeah, so that you need to ensure that you go into the true range of the EV vehicle. Okay, that is what matters actually. Yeah, so the Bangalore based electric vehicle maker, the Ather they call it, yeah, which many argue is the manufacturer of India's first well engineered electric vehicle. Okay, Ather calls it a true range. Yeah, unlike 160 AR AI certified range, the true range of 450x is 85 kilometers in economy mode, which falls with the higher acceleration speed to 60 to 70 kilometers in high ride or a sport ride. Yeah, so that is what they're claiming now. In true range, Ather gives a range of 85 kilometers in economy mode. Yeah, so this is basically this. When you use the vehicle, whenever a new thing is launched, it takes its own time. There will be always be problems, and the whole industry is working on the problems to solve it out. Batteries has been a challenge. Now they are coming across with different kind of batteries which are closing the earlier challenges, I mean mistakes or the issues, and they are bringing upgrading the battery, so these kind of things will keep on coming. Yeah, so the above mentioned efficiencies are fleet wide average based on user riding data. Okay, given most rides on a scooter are done with one passenger, and most sales have happened in Bengaluru, the fleet average would be biased towards this operating conditions. That is what they're saying. I mean, if you add a weight to it, then the true range of the battery changes. Okay, the e-scooter category has got a good boost with the launch of Ola scooters on Independence Day. Eye-popping range of 181 kilometers and a top speed of 115 kilometers became the talk of the town, which may not be true as far as true range is concerned. Yeah, which may not be true. I'm saying, okay, because the actual true range is different. Yeah, now compared to ARI certified range of 181 kilometer of its S1 Pro model Ola, the estimated ranges was just 135 kilometers in a normal mode, 118 kilometers in sport mode, and 94 kilometers in a hyper mode at a full charge. So this is what they elaborated after that. Ola carried out the range is the distance you can travel with one rider. So they have claimed what the clause is there, that if you travel with one rider with a weight of 70 kg in a seated driving condition with maximum 3 to 5% inclined riding, means it is not so steep in normal mode under moderate temperature conditions, that is 24 to 35 degree temperature. Battery has got a lot of limitations. It got a limitation on the type of road. Is it steep? If the temperature is quite high, like if the temperature is 24 to 35, it's okay, but if it is more than 45, it becomes a problem. Now if another rider is with you, like two guys are sitting, because this gives only 70 kg, so one person is 70 kg normally, they assume. So these kind of things are impacting the true range of the EV vehicle. Yeah, customers wondering what happens with pillion rider and when temperature is hotter or colder. With such questions still left hanging, many buyers tend to assume the worst, and the actual range in the real world loses credibility. So there will always be issues with the new thing which comes up, and ultimately the industry tries to fix it up. Yep, so that is how it goes. Normally this is the range comparison between AR AI city and highway. So if you see, there's a big drop when it comes to the true range. Like there is in the city it is minus 31%, minus 38%, and highway minus 36 and minus 48%. This is on Tata Nexon and Hyundai Kona basically, and all the figures are in kilometers. Yeah, the sharp drop in range of around 26% from air prescribed range, even in the most economy mode, in Ola scooters is similar to what Ather 450X also experiences. So this is the same experience which both the manufacturers like Ather and the Ola is having. However, a method of computing the true range on the dashboard is different. Okay. Nonetheless, Ather has been promoting its true range along with AR AI. Okay. The only like-to-like comparison of range and efficiency we have between Ola S1 and Ather 450 is both have a similar battery size. The battery size does not work out. Yeah, it will adapt standards like worldwide harmonized light vehicle test procedures would give more realistic range estimates. So this is what Ather versus Ola Electric, the range of kilometers on one side, efficiency on the other side. The models are on the other side. So if you see the test conditions as per ARAI, it is giving 116 kilometers of range 450x. Real range is 85. Let's cut it short. Yeah, battery capacity is 2.9. Okay, the test condition, the Battery gives an efficiency of 40%, while the real range is 29%. X showroom price is 1,45,000, and the peak and continuous power, when peak it is 6 kilowatt, and during continuous power it gives only 3.3 kilowatts. Yeah, and Ola S Pro. Let's go to the higher version. So it gives the text condition, it gives 181 kilometers as per the AI, and the real range is 135 kilometers. Battery capacity is 3.97, and the text condition is 46 kilometers per kilowatt per hour, and the real range is 34 kilometers per kilowatt per hour. Yeah. X showroom price in Bengaluru is 1,30,000, and peak power is 8.5 kilowatt, and continuous power it goes then gives only 5.5 kilowatt. Okay, so this is a beautiful article. It states a lot of issues with reference to the EVs. Yeah, okay, there are a lot of factors which you need to consider before making it your before owning it, I believe. Yeah. And currently EV has got a sales hit, a major milestone of 50,885 vehicles in December 2021 according to the vehicle registration data on Vahan platform. The actual sales across India were even higher, as registration data excludes Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Madhya Pradesh, as low vehicle speeds don't need registration. Okay, EV sales rose month on month in December and increased to 40% year on year in last 6 months. So this is basically very good numbers as far as EVs come, because it is a growing sector. It is just at a nascent stage, and you'll see it improving on a day-to-day basis or a year-on-year basis, because the penetration of EV vehicles is quite low in India. Now, if you see, this is the battery EV retail sales are soaring. Okay, it has been amazing. Like, this sector is on a boom. So, what all can add to your range anxiety? Yeah, the influence factor is pillion rider. According to Newton's second law, force is equal to mass multiplied by acceleration. Okay, so basically, what they are trying to tell is that if you increase one more passenger into the EV, then the performance of the battery is reduced. Yeah. Okay, so unlike a car where addition of a second passenger increases the mass by 5%, in case of two-wheelers it increases by 35 to 40%. Yeah, so this is particularly the impact on an additional passenger on vehicle weight. So if the vehicle weight, okay, if it is with one rider, then the weight increases to from 1400 kgs to 1470 in case of Naxon EV. In case of Ather 450X, from 108 to 178 kgs. Yeah, and from Ola S1 Pro 125 to 195. With two riders it becomes 1540, 248 and 265. Incremental weightage on additional rider percentage. If you consider car, it is just 5%, but if you consider bike, it goes to 39% and 36%. Okay, so the rise of the weight is eventually increasing too much as far as percentage is concerned instead of car, and when you consider the bikes. Thus the range will drop very significantly. Okay, that is for sure. Yeah, not directly linearly. Some analysts estimate it over 20%. So if you carry another person, this is also true if the passenger is powered by petrol. However, since the density of petrol is much higher than batteries, the impact is less. For instance, according to AI data and the capacity of tank and the battery, a TVS N-Torq scooter can run 324 kilometers, while an Ola S1 Pro can run 81 kilometers on full tank or full charge. To be sure, Ola S1 Pro has one of the largest batteries among EV scooters in India. Okay, so this was on the weight. Yeah, the second one is on behavioral change and charging solutions. Second drawback, yeah, or the influential factor, you can say. Most buyers of scooters ride less than 25 kilometers per day. So most battery powered scooters may not run out of energy. However, the needs of behavioral change to be considered. We can charge a smartphone once or twice in a day. We used to charge our future phones on every 3 days. Similarly, one charge of the vehicle based on their usage. The good thing is many people home charging the scooter is easy. So it depends how many times you need to charge your vehicle. So if you're If you're driving a lot, then EV may make sense on the efficiency of the fuel, but then it may not be a good factor to keep on charging. So these all things you need to consider. The third influencing factor or drawback may be the hilly terrain. Steep climbs of uphill journey deplete the battery faster than the gradual climbs or the rides on the flat roads. So a combination of this could reduce the range of 20 to 40% hilly or mountainous regions. This is one another drawback which one needs to consider, like climbing flyovers in the cities. Yeah. The fourth influencing factor is the thermals in the battery. So lithium ion batteries work well in ambient temperature from 15 degrees to 35 degrees. Outside this, the battery gets degraded. This is a very important factor. So during the hot summers, battery will degrade faster. That is what they claim. That is what they are saying. So car manufacturers across globe soon be required to certify the batteries in electric chargeable vehicles will hold up to a certain standard according to media reports. So this is one of the most critical thing which you may find in summers and winters, not here in winters but in other places. But in summers, obviously in India, yeah, it is going to be a huge challenge. Thermal management of two-wheelers is a huge challenge. Yeah. So like these all things are impacting the extreme temperatures, normally cold or hot. Yeah. And a low cost solution leads to compromise in quality of cells, and a very simple BMS is installed. BMS works like a policeman. If there is a problem, the BMS swings into action and saves the battery. Yeah. So these things company is still working. Freezing temperatures and extreme heat impact battery performance. That's true. Companies like Ather and Ola have invested considerably in BMS and thermals. So they are working on it. The impact of high temperature on the range can be easily 20 to 40%. According to some analysts, battery life too can be hit. Yes. So this is one another area where you need to consider while thinking to buy an EV or own an EV. Excite Lenche 2 aims to offer this technology to keep batteries cooler and provide them a longer life. So these all things they are doing something like decoding energy consumption. Like whenever you charge a EV through a plug, yeah, a charger will convert AC power to DC power to charge the battery. Like any laptop or phone chargers, also power losses while charging, and the remaining energy is passed into the battery for storage. This losses can be around 10 to 15% dependent on the charger. So there is a loss when you are charging of the power when you are charging the EV batteries. Now when you are keeping the vehicle for a standby, EV like any other electric device such as phone will consume more amount of power when left in standby mode or key off state when it is switched off. The first generation of Ather, the Ather 450, would consume around 8% charge passively in 24 hours. So it is going to lose 8% of the charge passively in 24 hours, which meant that vehicle would completely discharge if it is left idle for 12 days. So if you don't move around in an EV for 12 days, it is going to the battery is going to completely discharge. This is one more issue, okay, which you need to consider. The vehicle discharges around 3 to 4% in 24 hours, improving the vehicle standby time to 25 to 30 days. Either 450 and 4X also provide a shutdown option. When the vehicle is shut down mode, the amount of discharge is almost zero. The company recommends using it when customer goes out of station. So when you're going out of station for maybe 15 days or 20 days, you can opt for an option which the Ola is providing to in a shutdown mode. Yeah. Now this is riding. The primary power consumption of the vehicle is during riding. The overall efficiency of the vehicle measured in watt per hour per kilometer. Yeah. The range achieved. The first generation Ather 50 company says users realized an average mileage of around 32 watt per hour per kilometer in economy mode, leading to a true range of 75 kilometers. Okay, with a bigger battery and new improvements in overall weight, 10 kgs lighter of the vehicle, the Ather 4 provides a true range of 85 kilometers max, yeah, with an efficiency of 31 watt per hour per kilometer in economy mode. So Ola is doing a lot on this particular issue. The year 2022 is expected to be a big year for EVs investment and efforts intensify in all sectors. Okay, So these are the issues or the challenges which the EV theme is currently facing, and they are looking out of for the solutions. But this, I find it a very interesting article for persons who are going to own this electric vehicle. So that is the reason I have put this on the YouTube. Yeah, but it is a perfect explanation on the drawbacks or the influencing views which can hamper your decision on purchasing an EV. Okay, friends, hope you find this video as a useful video. Thank you.